Welcome to the next episode of Origin Stories, a series we're doing on a World of Good podcast. You're going to hear a story from Nate Tatman, who felt a call to serve in his local church and thought that would be where God would have him serve for his entire ministry. But he was called to serve globally. Listen as he shares about his experience through prayer and processing that led him to see how his story was leading him to this new call of cross-cultural ministry.
My pathway into becoming a missionary was much different from, again, a lot of the other stories that we often hear. When I gave my life to Jesus and decided to serve him, I very much felt a call to become a pastor in the local church context, and I answered that call, and I served in many different capacities, and enjoyed it and loved it. The last role as a local church pastor, I was the missions pastor at our church, and I loved connecting with the global church. I loved supporting missionaries, and I thought I would be in that role for a really long time. And one day, we were approached about an opportunity to serve in a cross-cultural context. And I initially said no for all the reasons everybody else says. They don't want to raise money. They don't want to move away from their family and friends and local church. But at the same time, we didn't want to dismiss if God was doing something in our life and in our family. And so it took several months. In fact, it took at least a year before we were able to answer a positive yes to answering God's call. And so it took a lot of prayer. It took a lot of preparation. We still had a lot of questions about if we were equipped, if God had prepared us and was calling us to do this. And through the preparation process of saying yes, we really took an inventory on our past experiences and how God had prepared us through local church ministry, with Stacy's career as a nurse, through our experiences in running a local coffee shop and a youth center. And we could see in all of these different ways how God had been preparing us for cross-cultural ministry. And so eventually, as I mentioned, we did say yes to that. We still didn't know what exactly that meant, or if we were in fact still ready for that. But just by opening up our hands and asking God to use us in ways that he has prepared us through experiences and through relationships and connections and through training that we received through global strategy, I can look back and to see how God has provided us with those experiences by bringing people in our paths and stretching us, teaching us, being mentors to us, and encouraging us as we made the transition, made the move from a local church ministry context to serving the church cross-culturally.
Thanks for listening to A World of Good. A World of Good is a podcast production of Global Strategy and Church of God Ministries. Our theme song is Colorado by Leo Flores. If you want to join the conversation, visit us on Instagram, A World of Good Podcast, or visit our website, chogglobal.org/A World of Good. And join us next time as we share more stories of good from around the world.